look at leaderboards when we come out of here. But we're going to try all the tracks. We'll try the TT, we'll try some first person, some third person, and we'll show you what this game's got to offer. Oh, let me just yeah, we'll show you what this game's got to offer, and I personally think it's one of the best experiences there is. The racing's quite good. AI on 100%, they're quite fast. They do have their little accidents and mishaps like any game, so you do have to kind of avoid them a little bit, and you tend to catch them up in the worst of places. But we'll give it a go. We'll jump on. We're about to start this race here. This is the southeast course. This is the first course after the main Snellfell Mountain. We'll give it a go and see how we crack on. Now, I generally know the parts that are the TT parts, but I don't know the parts that aren't the TT, so there is other roads on this, and it is great. Like, if you're new to this game, it's definitely worth, or if you haven't got this game, it's definitely worth investing. The only downside I'd say to it is the fact that it takes about 3 weeks to learn. If you're new to bike sims and things like that, you're probably going to want to play it in beginner mode, just because it's a lot more probably risque and fun, and you'll probably have more fun doing it. You can wheelie a bit more and get away with it a bit more. If you go into realistic mode, you need to learn the course, which takes about 3 weeks, and then you need to learn all the bumps and undulations, which takes about 3 weeks. Because we're on a road circuit and not a race circuit, most of the roads all have crowns in the middle, so the water would disperse off the edges. And it's very much simulating this game, so if you start crossing over the white line whilst on lean angles or trying to sit the bike upright, you will get tank slaps and wobbles. Now, to some people it can feel like Alien, or you know, they want it to go through the bend as fast as possible, but in realistic mode you can't. You've got to take the slow bits slow and the fast bits fast. It's the same with these tracks. I've got the line on at the moment. The line is quite good, so it should help us out, but it doesn't mean we're not going to have some accidents. So yeah, hopefully we get good running. Here we go. Start with the wheelie. Oh, a little bit of a wobble on. Straight through Ninian's Crossroads. So this circuit has got half of it is on the Isle of Man TT circuit, and the other half is like a turn off at Burrow-Garrow. So you're going to see me go all the way through to Burrow-Garrow. So we're down across through Bury Hill, over Aggo's Leap, onto Quarterbridge Road, braking for Quarterbridge. Oh, actually this track doesn't do the... So this track doesn't go, so normally we go left here on Braddon Bridge, but we're not. We're going to go straight on. So what you need to do is use brake, hold a sort of higher gear because there's a bit of a wobble and bump through here. And you get back on the gas. Gonna have a bit of a jump here. So we have got some AI on. It's on 100% difficulty, so we are catching up with one that looks like. You do have to watch the bumps because you will peg out on the floor, like in turns like that, if you go too hard. So it is, like I say, very much slow bits slow and fast bits fast. Oh, and it will penalise you for cutting corners. Although I didn't seem to pick one up there, which is quite handy. See if we can dispatch off this rider quickly. He's just there in the distance, but you do have to watch out because you get blind little sweeping bends like this. Oh, watch out for that wall, watch out for the grass. I could do the full track without the line, but I just don't know enough of these back roads. And I'll just forget where I am and end up nailing into someone's letterbox. Little wheelie off the hill. I've got wheelies turned off. In beginner mode, it doesn't really let you flip the bike. You can in extreme circumstances, but watch them blind dips. soon as you take off on one of these dips, you just will not make the next braking zone. Oh, there's our next competitor. I do think the flow and the feel of these bikes is excellent. Oh, a bit of a wheel of feel there. Oh, hello. It is about early shifting sometimes. You can set your gear ratios. I just tend to have them a bit more aggressive. Just got to watch out you don't peg out on the inside. Very easy to miss your bend. Even when it says it's green, it's sometimes, you know, it's only green if you're on the perfect line. What's he look out? Sometimes you just don't know how hard you have to lean into a bend. It's easy to lean too far and then it sends you to the inside as you exit. It's right when you can see. Let's see if we can swoop through this one. Almost lost my line. You can see the track very much undulates up and down, and like I say, there's a bit of a crown in the middle on the white line that you get a lot of the time, so you have to watch out, especially in realistic mode, which this isn't in at the moment. Beginner mode's probably more fun and more faster. You do have to slow down and be a lot more cautious on realistic mode, because any sort of tank slaps and wobbles are sort of made it more extreme. Let's catch that guy. You can definitely have as much fun on these roads as you can the normal roads. Oh, this is where we get to the finish. So this is from Haywood Heights. So just after the bungalow, you go up Haywood Heights, into a right, into a left, and this is where you come out. Now this is the last sector of the TT circuit, so we are going to absolutely annihilate around. No, we're going to send ourselves off the mountain. Hello. Whoa. I was about to just say I'm going to send it down this mountain, and literally I sent it down the mountain. I'll first go, but so then you'd be flat out around there normally. I didn't kill off enough speed on the entrance, which mucked me up. Now we've got someone right on our backside, so have a bit of first person. First person views are good. Almost threw myself away there. Oh, hello, mate. Down to Capelgate. Down towards Greg the Bar. Oh, shit. Boom. See what happens when you switch. I'll show you a lap of TT on that view in a little while. We'll warm up first. See if we can catch May before the end. see the way the rider does bounce around on the bike and move around. He gets a proper wobble on every now and then. Has to stick his legs out and everything. I do think the physics of it are pretty spot on. You can go faster than real life, but you know, at the end of the day, the only thing you can't simulate is the death side of it. You know, on a game, you're not going to have to worry about never coming back again, so you can go balls in on everything. Whereas in the real world, you can't. So the lap times will be faster than the real world. But to be fair, you go to realistic, and I'd say most people within the realms of realistic. Around signpost corner, break at the signpost. Watch the curb. I'm going to brake at the last bit of the red wall. You can push the red line a lot further on the harder braking zones than it says you can, but it'll be up for you to decide how much wall you want to hit with your shoulder. A wheelie finish. And we ended up 9th. Must try harder. That is the AI. I know, we got second. Look, there you go. We got second. Only 2 seconds off of first. That's a slow time for that one. I had to go on that track last night in a time trial mode, and we did go to top of the leaderboard, first in the world by about 4 seconds, 9 minutes 9, with 119 mile an hour. What did we do? 113 a minute ago. So that would still seen us around here somewhere. But you can do season modes. This is how you need to tune up your bikes. All the bikes stock, like you see Joey Thompson's at the bottom, and they all end up with gold parts. It probably costs you about, I don't know, I'd say an hour of your time, probably about 600-700 points or so to build the bike right up. But if you were to start and want to do it, the best thing to do is probably go to your superbike season and just plough through the first 5 races. They're generally quite quick, and then you can build the points up quite quick. Probably takes about an hour of the superbike season, and you'd have enough to tune up a bike. So, I mean, pick whichever one you want to do, but the superbike one is generally a little bit quicker, so just do it on a stock bike to start with, and you'll find it easy enough. You can pick between a 600 and a superbike, although once you switch from the old original 22 season to the 23 season, I can't see a way of going back. It does say change season, but you can only seemingly pick a bike that pick a bike from the new season. So we'll have a little look. That is, so there is a circuit. You've got the Snaefell Mountain course, which is the full 37 3/4 mile Isle of Man TT course. Then you've got the southeast course, which we just tried. You then got the southwest course, which has got say St John's all the way up to where would that be? I think that's the Bungalow, and then you swap back down through the mountain through a different mountain section than you normally take, and then down into back to Douglas, and then northwest course. So this again's got St John's through, well, from St John's or Glen Helens through to where would we be? Solby straight, it looks like, and then a dip right and back round again. And then the northeast course, I haven't really done too many of these. So this has Ramsey's, Solby to Ramsey's, and then back down to, what would we say, Windy Corner. And then back, I think that one is. Then you've got the St John's course, which is St John's to Kirkmichael and down past Peel and back. The Clips course, that's just basically around Douglas to Grandstand and back. Laxey Coast is Ramsey's down to Douglas, then going backwards the other way. I think you can do them both way rounds anyway, and then we're back to the mountain course. If you want, I'll show you a quick lap of the mountain course. We'll go full circuit. We'll do a lap. We'll have the AI on. Fastest bike is probably Dean Harrison in the 600 class, although it's going to be close with this Triumph Daytona that no one uses. Honestly, it probably only hits about 4 mile an hour less than that bike, maybe not even. I think you're looking about 185, 188 maybe, 189 on Dean's, 184, 5 on there. The Triumph, but the Triumph definitely has a better feel to it and a lot better acceleration, so you find it's a little bit faster on the hills. So we'll go with Gary Johnson on the Daytona. We started in 10th. So we'll have a bit of queuing up at the beginning. Generally it starts the intervals with 10 seconds between each rider. Online I think you can have 10 people online. Last night we had 9 of us in there. But if you do come to this game, there's a group called TT Races. And you join that, and there's always people in there that's willing to do some laps. And you can just put a message, invite, or open lobby, and people will join. It can be a bit of a funny game to find your online races, but as long as you join a group that's active, let me know in the comments your gamer tag, and I'll send you an invite to the group if you like. But I think this game's on offer at the moment. To be fair, it's a bargain. It's probably like one of the hardest things to learn, 37 miles, plus all the other tracks. It's probably one of the hardest things to learn, but it's also probably one of the most rewarding. I mean, on the 600 TT, I think I'm 10th or 11th in the world. And that's from a standing start, so I've probably got 10 seconds. As you can come across the line about 155 mile an hour, so I've probably got 10 seconds on a rolling start near enough. So, and I think I had a crash as well, so you never know, we might be able to break 15 minutes on the 600. Maybe now, maybe not. Got the AI to contend with and a standing start, so. Where's my cup of tea? Has anyone tried this game? Anyone else played this game? Fastest super sport bike is is Dean Harrison's, but then this is probably the next fastest, and then it's probably the other Triumph. Right, so Fraser St Ninian's Crossroad, down Bray Hill, watch the curve, over Aggo's Leap, into Courtbridge Road. Probably less of a bump on the right hand side of that road. I kind of stuck left, but when you're carrying speed it's hard to change a line. So through Courtbridge onto Braddon Bridge, you're going to get to these chevrons here, and this is where your braking zone would be. Through Braddon Bridge onto Snugborough, the Snug. So go past this first little left hand, and then you've got the left hander by the wall, which especially on the thousands you're really going to need to get close to the wall. Oh, not that close. Little wheelie off the hill into Union Mills, down one gear, just let it roll in, down another gear, little squirt of the throttle, down another gear, squirt of the throttle. Watch the bump, especially in realistic. Then we're on our way to Ballagary. So first right hander, then this next right hander is Ballagary. On the thousands you're going to need to go back a gear or two, but on the 600s you can let off as long as you get the right line. You can get it pretty much flat out. You can get it flat out, but it's risky going flat. Sometimes if you keep it held, the bike doesn't want to lean over properly. Sometimes it helps just go back to half throttle and you can get a little bit more lean out of the bike. Just make sure you don't clip the walls. So even there I just ever so slightly let off the throttle, just a nat's cock, it just makes the bike more pliable. Then we're through Crosby Crossroads, over the Wagon Horses Jump, a bit of a wheelie on the 600s, big jump on the 1000s. So this is the fastest sector, and then this is where it gets a bit more technical. We're into the Highlander here, which is keep it right by the bush, keep it pinned pretty much, brake, let it roll down. Past Greenwood Castle, watch the wall, sometimes get on the throttle where the track rises, it pushes you out. A little bit half throttle just to get the inside here. Oh, and the AI nailed us. I was just going to try and slip past him, but they're so unpredictable, they just want to move around. But anyway, we'll still make a decent lap out of this. Through the Hawthorns, then past Harold's. Need to get closer to the curb there if you're going to carry more speed. Then on the way down to Ballacrane. Going to brake just when you can see them red barriers. Generally, once you've got the red lamppost, you know it's going to be a dangerous corner. Blue lamppost is probably good to go. Kill a little bit of speed, just let it roll around here. If you kill too much, you'll end up on the inside of that curb and in that wall. It's very much about, especially if you've got the line on, the line's more about where you sort of let off the throttle and rolling. So you can generally push the line a little bit and squeeze the brakes, but every bit harder you push, the harder it gets. We'll pass one guy finally. Davey Todd slowing us down a little bit, but there's nowhere to overtake at the moment. So we're doing past Kate's cottage. That's where he likes to put a move on, with it? Josh Brooks. We have to do him down the Cronky Body straight. Come on, mate. Get a little wiggle on. Oh, right, like that is it. Right, down to Cronky Body straight, then it's through Molyneux. Molyneux is going to try and take flat again. You might just want to, as you get to the brow of this second hill, you might just want to let off slightly just so you can get the inside, find the curb, and there is no runoff on the left, so do not hit that curb and do not run into the left-hand walls there. There's a complete demonstration of how not to take both sides of that corner. Roll off the throttle round here. Once you know you're settled in, get back on, but watch the blocks in that corner there. You can get into the hedge a little bit, but just watch the blocks. Then we're on to Headley's corner. This is one of my favourites. See how close we can get to the brick wall. Then we're on up to McGuinness's. Oh, John McGuinness, the legend. This is McGuinness's bend here. And then we're going to be taking two bikes into Barrow-Garrow. Come on. Right, so this is Barrow-Garrow 1. Oh, we'll have that. Barrow-Garrow 2, you want to probably brake down to 4th, but leave it in 5th. It just makes the bike a little bit more pliable at the bottom. As soon as you go into 4th, it'll give you a right old tank slap at the bottom there. 50% of the time, you'll end up in the hedge. We're going to lay off late here. Again, if you kill too much speed early here, you can end up on the inside curb there. Watch the wall on the left. Let off the throttle, get into this bend. Once you know you're around it, and you get on the inside, you get back on the gas. Down towards Kirkmichael, going to see if we can pick up some slipstream here off Davey Todd again. Leave me alone, Davey. Brake late. Too late. No, just got it. Right, into Kirkmichael, down into Wren Cullens. This is one of the fastest, well, it's one of the fastest looking sectors because there's just nothing but houses and lampposts. So it's got a little kink left and right in the middle, and then another kink here as you get into Wren Cullens. So we're going to get into the bush, down one gear, back on the gas. Over the first jump into Wren Cullen, then you let it just roll off on its own. Once you know you're straight, big wheelie off the hill. Now we're going to be on down to the Raven. So you can see a lamppost right at the bottom here, that's too far. So that's the end of the road. You need to know you need to get left before that lamppost. You can take a bit of bush in there, but there is a wall somewhere. It does hurt when you hit it. Little left, little right. Little left, straight. Then you've got a left over the jump, get into the bush. Now it's possible this bend looks easy, but on the thousands it's very easy to get pulled out to that curb with all the power, because you can probably carry an extra 15-20 mile an hour through there. Big jump over to Avon. Bala Bridge. So this is like a double left-hand hander here. You want to miss the first one, you can see the line's a bit wider, and get into the second one. Otherwise you get swept out into that white pillar there. Over the bump, on the way down to Quarry Bends, little kink to the right, and you see the tree tunnel open up, and there's a house at the end, little white one. We're going to go down one gear, get inside, try not to hit this inside curb, keep it pinned, down another gear, let it roll in. Then this right isn't as long as it looks, so you just need to sort of get into it, then get back on that curb, back over to the right, onto Sulby Straight. Little kink, and then this one we're probably going to hit about 180 mile an hour. Some of the camera views are great. It does do replays, but only when you do races. The replays do look epic. It's got some great views. Some great views. There's Sulby Bridge, little wheelie off Sulby Bridge into Ginger Hall. So this is Ginger Hall. This next bend is where Peter Hickman came off this year. Over the bump, watch the wheelie. Now you can carry more speed into this bend than it looks, but don't try and take as much hedge as that. Though we survived. Put us off our line a bit. So watch the wall on the right here and the bump. Then we've got a lovely tree tunnel down towards, where we go, Churchtown. Lazy Air is going to be the, we almost held it. Ooh, that's what happens with the old tank slaps. Sorry, I'll have a look in the comments in a second. So yeah, down towards Lazy Air. So you will be flat out here, probably about 160, 170 on the 6, probably about 180, 190 on the 1000. You can carry a lot more speed than you think, but just watch the inside. That little wall sticks right out there. So through Lazy Air, Churchtown, you want to be, there's a pillar on the left there, that's when you want to get to the left, and there's a pillar on the right, and then you want to stay on the right hand side of the road and watch that tree, watch the bump. Again, stay to the inside of this bend. If you go left, you'll get washed out. Same as this one, stay inside. And this one, stay inside. Ooh, look at that. Flying through there. Over the bump, get it in a hard right. Watch your head on the wall. Watch the curb. Down the Schoolhouse bend. Last green box. Going to brake just after it. Down 2 gears, let it roll in, get back on the gas. You can use the bus stop, but it does get a bit slippy and dangerous in there. Over the jump. On the crossroads there into Parliament Square for 10 minutes 29. First one of 600 is not too bad. So you're going to get underneath this bridge, heading towards Ramsey's now. You're going to brake. Again, you're going to need the inside of this bend. You can see the camber just drops away on that entrance there, and it just sends you straight into the Honda wall. Brake, this bend's tight, get into the curb, watch the washout, watch the junction. You're going to lay off, get into the bush. No, and then into the Milwaukee sign. But yeah, generally you want to lay off, get in, get back on the gas. I'll probably squeeze a bit early, get to this hairpin sign here, and then that's where you'd start braking hard in. But you want to get all your braking done before you lean over on this game. If you try and brake at lean angles, in realistic, you'll wash the front wheel out under the front braking, and in beginner, you just won't brake. The more you lean over, the less braking contact you've got. So you can just roll off into this one faster than it looks. Faster than you'll go the first few times, same as this one. Just watch again, if you're on the left hand side of the road, it can pull you into that fence. Sometimes it is best to be on the inside of the bend, and that's when you find most people have their problem, is crossing the lane mid-bend, especially if you have to force the bike up because you've gone a bit too far, or pegging out on the floor when you get into corners like this. You can't really lean right over. Oh, dodgy wheelie. This bike does like to wheelie on a hill. So we're into the mountain sector on our way home now. Little lay off, get into the wall, into Dunlops. Where the grass sticks out, that's where you want to start turning, but there is a bump there. Generally it's a bit more friendly than that. But yeah, where that grass is, you want to sort of get over to that grass where it kicks out on the left, and that's where you want to start turning in. You can get that flat out, and then you're onto Guthries Memorial here. where you're going to be probably 6th. You're going to want to lay down into 5th gear, and then you get into it and get it pinned. And as soon as you get out here and you see that white wall on the left, you're going to start braking down to 2nd, down to 1st. And then we're about to enter the mountain mile. Oh, well, enter the mountain mile. We're about to cut out the mountain mile and end up down in Peel somewhere. So you'd have to watch this wall on the inside right there. That's the wall you have to watch out for. You'd come around there about 140-50 mile an hour and you'd be clipping your helmet very close to the wall, and then you're literally skimming this wall with your handlebars as you come out, probably on a slight bit of a tank slap. Oh, David Todd's finally caught up. Get through the bridge, down 2 gears, into 3rd, let it roll in. It's a bit hard to see on this view, but... Oh, no, look. No. I was concentrating on Davey on the inside. It sent me out into the hedges. Now everyone's come past. Right, there's a little shed on the left. That's where you need to get in. Watch that curb. Watch the wall, and then we're onto the veranda, which is like a 3-pronged bend. You need to get right in tight to the wall, especially on this middle section there. Right, we're going to overtake these 3 again before we get to the finish. Now we're onto the bungalow. Ease off, get back on. Share the road, come on, share the road, share the road. Haywood Heights, that was the bungalow, into Haywood Heights. So this is where that last circuit we done at the beginning comes out, just up here. So you're going to get in here, you're going to want to just let it roll off. And then this is where we came on the last track to finish, so hopefully it should be flat out down here. These mounting boxes, you just want to sort of make sure you get into them, and then you can hold the right line down to Windy Corner. You want to get your braking done early, get inside, then you can power on early and it lets you carry more speed. If you brake too late, you'll just lose all your speed down here. Generally, it's all about taking the fast bits fast and the slow bits slow. You need to make sure you get out of every bend the best rather than get into every bend the best, because your speed's going to be in the exit. I mean, you're going to have speed in the entrance like that, but it's going to be how much you can carry on the way out. Old Davey Todd's back. Come on, Davey. Little wheelie off the hill, 150 mile an hour. And then just before you get to this yellow bush, that's when you really want to start braking. Get your leg out. But the importance of an exit, not an entrance. It's all about the exits. Smooth entrance, fast exit. Or you find yourself in someone's letterbox. Going to get near this first red sign there, lay off, get in. Compromise my line a bit there. But you don't want to be staying on this left, because look, there's a big jump there and there. On the thousands, they can be lethal. You generally want to stay right and then get left for the bridge. Down towards Signpost Corner, brake at the signpost. Here it is. Get our Rossi leg out. Get to the top a second, then just lay off. Once you've got your line, get straight back on. Brake at the red marker. The little twisty sign on the right. They're generally good places to start braking. Brake at this last tree there on the left. Peg on the floor. Wheelie finish. What was that? An abysmal 17.15, but still gives us, what, an average speed of 127, which isn't too bad for our first go out. AI beat us by 12 seconds, but we'll give it another go. Yeah, it is insane what they can do in real life. I certainly wouldn't be doing this speed if I was in real life. I'm using the standard Xbox pad, nothing special. The special part's this side of the pad, Rob. Yeah, just a normal pad. It probably is a bit clicky. It's probably been abused. It's probably about time to get a new one. I'll probably find an extra, 12 seconds there. Yeah, so that is the T full circuit with the... That's the full circuit with the 600. I'll give you a go the full circuit with the 1000s. 1000 wise, I mean, on the old bikes I've got... The R1 sounds nice. It's probably a little bit slower than the others, but got really good handling. It gets up and over quite quickly. The Ninja's fast, good top speed. It's fast, it screams a lot. Probably an all-round runner. They're generally quite good, the Ninjas, to be fair, but not as good as the CBR of old Raul Martinez. Lost him last year. But GSXR is a lovely bike, sounds nice, drives really nice. And the BMWs are probably where it's at. Pretty much any one of them, the 2018, the 2019, 2023. So we'll go with the 2023 BMW Peter Hickman. Setup wise, so my setup I've fiddled around with, does feel quite good. Might want to shake it up a little bit, but I do have my rebound on 10, my compression on 0, my spring hardness on 0 on the rear, and my preload at 10. So I've got the ride height in the centre, or the preload right up, so it just gives me a bit more lean angle. And then on the fronts I would be 10, 0, and then the spring hardness is 3, and then preload is on 9, just to give it a little bit of preload on the front. Gear wise, so the gears go long to short. They get shorter as you click to the right, they get longer if you click to the left, and then final ratio again, same. Bike gets longer to the right, gears get longer, the shorter to the left. So it's generally finding that sweet spot. I generally recommend gearing them sort of like this, and then getting your 6th gear probably on the same or one click back, because it just gives you a little bit more room for top speed when you're slipstreaming and things like that. And then just find the point in which, because all the bikes are different, some might want to be there, some might want to be here, but then it's just generally changing your final ratio. Although I must admit, on this game I've tried a lot of setups. I've tried fully stiff suspension, fully soft suspension, compression halfway, and sort of 6 and 4 for compression and dampening, and most of the time you're there or thereabouts, but this does feel fairly forgiving, so make of that what you will. Yeah, thanks Rob. I try to remember it as I go round. Best, like I say, in the 1000s is the BMW. Best in the 600s would be the Kawasaki, so they'll be the ones you want to do first. Although I think the Triumph I just used is more forgiving than the Kawasaki. Kawasaki's got good handling, but it's a bit twitchy. And if you're playing realistic, the front brake's really snatchy. You have to be really gentle with it. Like I say, if you are going to come to this game and approach it new, I'd put the line on, and I'd put the line on, and I'd do it in beginner mode. You'll have more fun. There's a strong leaderboard of people in beginner. There's a lot of people who are competitive, there's a lot of people online. Realistic, you'll probably find less people, because it's a bit disheartening to get, say 12 minutes round and get a tank slap over the brow of a hill and get spat off. So people do find it frustrating, but that is the essence of it. On average 2 people in a year don't come back from this race, so it's not necessarily about finishing it at first. It's that's where the reward comes. After weeks of practice, you end up hitting a lap without crashing. sometimes once you get so far without crashing, you do the last part really slow where you're like, oh, I don't want to hit anything. I've been so far without crashing. But most of the time I just keep it pinned. I'll have a little go at first person, but I'll probably change the lighting a little bit. Sometimes it looks a bit dark on first person in the morning. The shadows do anyway. Alright, let's go. Thousands. Hopefully hit 210 mile an hour-ish. No, see what I mean? It's when you try and force it back up and over. Chances are 9 times out of 10 that's not going to happen. But sometimes when you're going so far, especially on these thousands, they're just a lot less forgiving. If I didn't start in 10th, I would restart it, but we started in 10th, so we'll just pretend that didn't happen. Right, Quarter Bridge. Watch the curb. You find the thousands do handle nicer, but they can take a lot deeper, wider line as well, especially if you don't get your braking done early. Braddon Bridge. Snugborough. So like I say, this first kink, you are probably going to want to lay off getting into it. You can take it flat, but does it want to wash you out to that curb? Into Union Mills, a little bit slower than the 600. Probably have to just touch the brakes to kill the speed on the initial one. Watch the bump. Oh, I just see someone on the mini-map. Normally we'd probably be catching them by now, but that off's cost us. We're in 10th place. We're not going to finish in 10th, we're going to win this one. Right, so into Balagary. Again, we're probably going to go down to 4th, doing 203 mile an hour, and I don't fancy that, to be honest. 160. Oh, see, when you have to force it back up to sit upright, that's when you're most likely to get a tank slap, which is the same in real life, you know, to be honest, especially on slicks. So over the Wagon Horses jump, into the Highlander, round past Greeba Castle on the right. Here's our first guy. Watch that bump there. If you carry too much speed, it's very easy to meet that wall there. We got past him, didn't see who it was. Through Hawthorns, past Heralds. Ballacrane. Just see them. Just see when the red lamp posts appear. Now you can go flat on the 600s pretty much through here, but thousands you have got back off. You just got to remember you're just carrying that extra bit of speed everywhere. Nice slow roll down in a high gear here, just so it takes a little bit longer to kill your speed. Oh, it's going to give me a penalty for crossing that white line, you watch. Look, 0.7 of a second for getting that over that white line to the left. Penalties are strong. No, managed to sit up just in time. You tend to do so much more rolling off the throttles on the 1000s. You can see them little wobbles it does as I get over the centre of the tyre every time. Like there, you just got to watch out for them. That's where you got to just generally just let off the throttle just a smidge. If you try and force it, we held that time. Just let it run down the gears, get into left-hander, back on the gas, watch the wall, into Headley's corner, see how close we can get to the brickwork. Into McGuinness's, managed to just get around matey, didn't see who it was again. So Borough Garage, just get up here, down a couple of gears, get right to the inside, watch you don't get washed out to that speed sign there, like national speed limit one likes to take you out. Again, you want to go to brake to 4th, but kind of stay in 5th because it just makes the bike a lot more manageable through the bottom of Borough Garage too. Okay, just let it roll in, generally in a higher gear so you don't snap that inside curb, watch the wall. Get to the bend, then come off. Just give it a little bit of throttle, not too much. It's got to be so much more tentative with the old 1000s. Brake, second to last, blue one on the 1000s. Through Kirk Michael. Past the lamp post. Deliver some mail, hopefully not myself. Into Ben Cullen. Big wheelie. No jump. More of a jump on the 1000. See the lamppost at the end, that's too late. Fall through the bushes. So even here I'm like half throttling just to get up and over between them bends. Oh, close to that curb. See, look, on the 1000, see how easy it is to get washed out to that curb. On the 600s, you can fly through there. You get the wrong line on the 1000 and you're can be in the curb and in the bush. Bit of early shifting. So we've got double apex on this left hander, so we're going to miss the first, just let off. God, see the way it doesn't want to sit over if you're on full gas. Down the quarry bends, through the tree tunnel, see the White House at the end. Whoa! Just let off the gear at the wrong time then. Forgot which part of the bends I was on then. Selby straight, 200 mile an hour, into 6th, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, brake at the red flag, but not on the curb. Don't use the curb for braking. It is hard to do a perfect lap on this game, but to be fair, it's hard to do a perfect lap on this game in real life. I'd have said, well obviously, history speaks for itself. But it's probably at the same time the most rewarding. You know, you can take it a little bit easy and still go quite fast. Look, I'll try and, I always say I'll try and take an easy lap, but I don't know any other way than flat out half the time. But look, we'll try and take it easy. Who's this we got? We'll follow him. Jamie Coward. It's Jamie Coward. Over the bump. I mean, the AI does do a pretty fast time around here. You will just have to watch out for their silly rookie mistakes. You know, most of the mistakes come at going too fast. You can keep a pretty good average speed. morning, mate. See, at the right speed, it's very easy to control. As soon as you start pushing hard, you start hitting them bumps and them crests. You know, and that's not the game's fault. That is what it would be like in the real world. You know, I don't know how many of you have been, you know, 170 plus on a motorbike. I've been a few times. I'm telling you. You know, if you're doing it on proper roads, it's hard work. If you do it on a motorway, it's a bit different, but doing it on single road, single carriageways, it's hard work. So much you have to read. Get to hairpin sign, brake. Thumb slipped off the joystick there. Up the hill towards Dunlops. No. So it's very easy. If you miss that initial entry point, the whole line is compromised on the bike. You haven't got four wheels to, you know, you've just got two small contact areas to fight back with. Not four big square ones. To Mountain Mile, see if we not hit the headbutt the wall. What can we get down here? 180. 180 on the grass, 180 on the grass, 180 on the grass. I look at the speedo, and as soon as you take your eyes off the road 180 mile an hour, you are brown bread. It's so much finite to see your line, especially when you go from racing this. I mean, I've streamed a few times, and there are plenty of people who watch me do that without the line on. But I've been playing it a bit this week and using the line to see how good it is, and probably been setting fast times to be fair, so now it's sort of compromised my first person view. 60 off a veranda. Highwood Heights, just let it roll down into first, let it find the inside of this bend, then you get back on the gas, just watch them posts. I think we hit them last time. Certainly hit once. On the way down to Windy Corner. Come on, mate. Let's have it. Jamie Coward again. Hi, Jamie. Nice to our kid. Down into Hillberries, down towards the finish. To be fair, even with our offs and following Jamie Coward a bit slowly, still going to bring up with a pretty respectable time, I think. No! Boom, send it over the wall, look. Then I'll go get my bike for me. Ooh, 134 mile an hour lap. Well, that's not that. That's bad. That's up there with the best, isn't it? I'll do a lot better than that. I think all the records will be beaten. Yeah, I know what you mean by knowing your gears in the corners. Hard to say without feel, really. But just try not to go down the gears too early if you're going to switch to manual. I mean, you know, unless you're in a straight line. You need to get most of your braking done in a straight line as well, to be honest. Well, what I might do is see how far we can get on a first person lap. Let's go with Joey Thompson 600 sounds the best. We'll turn the line off and we're going to go first person. We'll go first person and see how far we can get on one life. Ourselves with the AI. I was going to go there for a fast lap, but we'll go with AI. Hopefully we can try and negotiate our way around and becoming a cropper. The only thing I will say, like, hard work over the year on your hands does make this, when you do these long laps, give you a bit of a numb thumb. I've got friends that do automatic on this and they do quite well. They're up there on the leaderboards. So I will try and set an outright record before the stream's up. We'll go to a new track, one that I haven't done. We'll try and set a lap record on there. We're going to change our view to first person this time around and see what we can do. Almost there. John McGuinness in front of us. That's unusual for him. He normally starts at the front, surely. I'll be honest, I would love to go and do the TT. I'll have to go and do it off season one day. Put it on the channel. Right, are you ready? Now this one for me as the on-board view sounds the best. Don't have me off. Right, so we're going no lines, first person, and hopefully no curbs or trees. Where's our first curb? So through Quarter Bridge onto Braddon Bridge, going to get to these chevrons here, and then we're going to brake down to second. Once you get between the bends, that's when you want to get to first. Get yourself up and over quick on the gas. Watch the wheelie off the roundabout, especially on the thousands. Can happen on the sixes though. Into the snug, we're going to go flat out. We're going to get right tight to the wall, or not too tight. A little bit of a tank slap off the hill into Union Mills. Up towards Ballagary, see if we can survive this. Well too deep. I thought I was going to hit the curb then and I bloody died. That's one of them bends in real life. They say make sure you see the curb, don't think where the curb is, because you're going too fast. There's nowhere to go. Come on, let's recover. Let's pretend we didn't. Let's pretend we were a cat. We've got 9 lives. Up towards Wagon Horses, going to have a wheelie on the 600, jump on 1,000. How fast can we get into the Highlander? Beautiful. Past Griever Castle. Watch this bump here, just lay off the throttle a little bit, you can see the tank snap. I can feel I'm already trying to make up time. I'm saying lay off and I'm not doing it. I want that time back. Watch the wheelie off that hill sometimes. That's Hawthorns. Round past Heralds. Down to Ballacrane. We're 4 seconds off the lead. We've still got this. We beat the AI with the line off. And first person. Oh, looks like we're into first. Watch the grass. What a crap place to catch the computer. Oh, one's down. Through Glen Helen. Watch the wall. Get under the shadow, get into a break in second. Where are we going to catch him? Come on, before Molyneux. Come on, 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 come on. Going to lay off at the top of the brow of the hill, get the inside. No, 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 no. Sent it into a blooming, into a post. So unforgiving. All the momentum, back to fifth. Come on. Headley's corner. Let's go. Go on, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. On to McGuinness's. We're going to go flat. I'm not letting off. I want the time back. No, I'm going to marry the bush. Quick leak. Come on, let's go. Burrow-Garrow. See, when you are in manual, you can stay in a high gear, which helps on corners like that, I'm telling you. If you go down fetching fourth, you get a lot more of a tank slap out of there. No, I didn't even touch the curb. Come on, man. Come on, come on. Oh my, plus 8 seconds off 8th. Oof. Right, we've got to do something about this now. I'm still trying to go too fast. Right, come on then. Past the petrol station. Go on, beasting it through there. Past 2 bikes, it's going to be tricky. Big wheelie off the hill. Double right-hander. To the lamppost. Going to go left. Into the right. Little left. Slightly longer right. Little left. Tiny right. Tiny left over the jump. Had to kill a bit of speed there because I'm getting washed out to the curb. Oh, wrong line. Old John McGuinness, the legend in front. No one behind. Oh, there is someone behind. Look at that, singing 186 out the Honda. Sorry, John. Sorry, John. Bit of a wheelie there. Watch the wobble. Can't feel my finger and thumb. Found a bit of rhythm now though. Through Lazy Air, Churchtown. Watch the curb, watch everything. Right, through these, you need to stick to the inside of this bend when outside though. Same with this bend, and I'll let myself go outside. Back in the third. Oh no, whoa, back in the bloody sixth now. Can't feel my thumb or my fingers, they've gone numb. Whoa, it's busy. Oh, he's gone down. Try not to hit him. Right, I'm going to try and take this properly this time. I'm going to let off, get a line, get back on the gas. Brake for the hairpin. Look at that. Licking out of Ramsey's. Flat out round the right hander. As soon as you see this one, you want to lay off, just let it roll in. Same here, just let it roll. Get to the top of second, let go, roll in, change angle, get back on. Get as close to the wall as you can without touching it and with touching it. Onto the mountain section, 7th place. Can we take 7 places on the mountain? Wheelie in it. Right, where the grass comes out on the left, just here. Oh, that's where you want to start your turn in, but we lost a bit of speed, but we stayed alive. Going to want to let off, get into the left. Once you sit up and see the gate, then brake down the first or second. I tend to use second to get back out on because it's not as wild. Oh, onto Mountain Mile. Seventh still. Oh, we missed that wall there. No. I knew I was going to hit one of them sides. Once you've got your line, you kind of need to be going so fast through there that you're right over. As soon as you just have to start sit up a little bit. Through the veranda. Get out that left-hander down. Oh no, don't go deep like that. Ugh. Get back here. Get back here. No, Monica. Tell you what, we'll end that one now. I think we even run out of our cat's lives on that one, but you can see you can still do first person without the line half the time if I'm not putting myself in the post. So on the mountain course we are 11th. On the 600 with a speed of 140 mile an hour, and in the superbikes we are 28th with 146 mile an hour lap, 211 mile an hour. And then if you go to the, not that one, Tourist Trophy leaderboard is for the 4 laps on the 600, and the 6 laps is the total time. I think I have done it actually. No. No, I haven't. Oh, that's Superbike. I haven't done Superbike. I might have done Supersport though. Oh, 22nd. It was 69.19. Average speed of 133 over 4 laps. That was a long time ago. Should try that again one day. What have we got? Track. There we go. There's the southeast course. And who's number 1 in the world? That's me. What else we got? This one. 9:57. Well, we 10:12. Right, let's try that one. Right, see if we can take the number 1 spot on this one. Just, get ready to go in a second. Right, give me 2 seconds. Tell you what, let me just grab a quick thumb rest while the numbers are low, and we'll go again and we'll see what we can do on this track. Probably take a couple of restarts to, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. let's give this track a go. See if we can take number 1 spot. Mucked up my line a little bit through there, over the jump. Oof. So you do need, do possibly need the line on some of these tracks. TT I know like the back of my hand, these other tracks are just... There's so much to them. Like I said in the title, these are the toughest tracks you can find in sim racing, I guarantee it. People just argue because they can't do it that it's not simulator. Oh, don't do that, it's going to give me a penalty. Better line. Over the jump. Oh, slam it off the fence. Big wheelie, up the curb. We're doing it all. Got to beat 9:57. We're 10th of the way through. So I think we're going to be flat out now. We're not flat out, but we're going to be all the way up to Barragaro now. And then we're going to turn right and come back through a mountain road. Nicely done, 165. Flat out. Past Greba Castle, watch the little bump here, watch the curb, wall, outside wall. That outside wall there wants to get you as well. Into Hawthorns, down a third, let it roll in, back on. Still on a nice time. Oh, I got close to that wall then. Took that deep. Glen Helen. .957 to be the fastest in the world. And I think we're still on for a pretty good time. Wheelie off the hill, 170. This is where we come off the road that we know. Going to be swinging a right at Burrowgarrow instead of a left. About 4 minutes left to the finish. Where are we going to stack up? I thought it was going to be a cropper then. I'll watch the wheelie. I think you find it hard to find nicer looking tracks on some games as well. Don't get me wrong, you know, you could argue it could look better, but it's not the... oh shit. It's not the mundane, is it? That's a crash, we're going to see what that's cost us. Big penalty, 1.5 seconds. And we didn't slow down enough. I have to go back out. We have to go back out. Oh, shame there's not many viewers. Want the #1 spot. Penalty. 1.1 seconds. Big jump. Oh. Yeah, back to the pit box. Landed a bit awkward then. Alright, let's go. We're going to go for the world's fastest time. We're doing it. Got through there, nice. Kiss the wall. It's cost us a little bit, not too much. No penalty, no bat. Watch the wheelie off that hill and I'll suck you out to that wall. No! Oh my god. Get down to his red lamppost for Ballacrane, brake, down to second. Four, nice and fast through there, watch the wheelie. Get to the red lamppost, lay off, turn in tight, back on the gas. Leave it in fourth. Just makes the slow down and any application of the throttle a little bit more linear. Nice and fast into Glen Helen. Oh no, we killed ourselves. Oh. Right, I'm going to take a break for a little while. I'll probably be back on one of these again later. I've got some bits to do quickly, and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.